Question. If you owned a store that had got hit, let's say 51 times in 6 months, would you stay open or would you shut down and move? Just a question because that's what it seems like what happened to this Lululemon store, or I guess a number of stores in Houston. And for some reason, they're still open, but people got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions too. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Man, let's get into it.
Organized retail theft is surging everywhere, but one premium athleisure wear brand is getting hit especially hard right here in the Houston area. Tonight, Lululemon customers are calling out the company for not doing more to stop repeat thieves in their neighborhoods. 2 Investigates Amy Davis exposes the frightening trend from the store to your social media feed.
Get out. Bold, brazen thieves targeting Lululemon stores all over Houston, and customers have had enough.
For an employee to
Hold up. Can we look at something right quick? Because I'm trying to see, but it's funny how grainy this video is. That's interesting to me. Let's see, because you would think stores like this, Lululemon, you think stores, period, would.
feed.
Get out. Bold, brazen.
So you see, you can't really see who is taking it. Now, first I want to say like the usual suspects, which you know who that would be. But I don't think a lot of this is us stealing out of this store for the most part.
Thieves targeting Lululemon stores all over Houston, and customers have had enough.
For an employee.
And the reason why I say this is because, like I say, most stores you would think would have like high definition, especially nowadays. Hey, you can get a cell phone with 4K, 8K cameras on it, and you can actually get phones, set them up in your house, and use them as your cameras, like your security cameras. Like if you have an older phone or whatever phone you're not using, just letting y'all just put that out there. But you would think stores that have making all this money selling merchandise, popular stores, shit getting hit 51 times in 6 months, you think that they have better security cameras. So I'm not sure why this is like grainy and why the news, if they did get a clear picture, because sometimes if you're watching a video and then you're like recording it on a phone or something like that, it can make it look grainy. But why don't they just do like what we do with their videos on YouTube and just, play it, say show it while it's playing? I'm just wondering, it seems like they're hiding the identities of who might be stealing this stuff, but I don't know. Hey, let's just go. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
To tell us it doesn't last that long, they're not violent, just hang out for a minute. Normalizing that is just insanity to me.
I mean, why? Jess Schindler says she was trapped in this hype store in February when 5 men barged inside.
Somebody got knocked over that was right in their pathway, and they have these large trash bags, and they were just shoveling as much merchandise as possible.
They're called Lulu Boosters, selling stolen goods on social media. From these stores to your Facebook feed, the organized retail.
Hold up. Hold up. Man, something ain't right about this. Something ain't right about this. I'm sorry. Let me say something real quick. I'm gonna try to be quick. Y'all know me, but these people got to be the stupidest people in the world, or they know somebody, or the government is just not giving a care. Because how do you sell stuff and then sell it on? I mean, steal stuff and sell it online, and nobody says nothing. Man, I've seen many videos where guys will be on Facebook, social media, whatever platform they choose, and they're selling 420 products. You know what I'm talking about? Brandishing guns, stacks of money, and the freaking feds or the cops kicking the door while they're sitting online. But you're going to tell me, and I'm not saying, well, I'm going to say, you know what? It is the same thing because it's illegal. it's illegal to sell weed. It's illegal to sell stolen goods online. So you're gonna sit there and tell me that these people can go on a social media pages and sell, and look at this, tags and everything. And the feds or nobody has kicked in their door yet. But you know what? Let me be a devil's advocate. You know, when you get the feds involved, they like to do a thorough investigation, take their time, get all the evidence they can, because once they come after you, they want to make sure when they come and get you, they got you. And unless you're going to flip and snitch, they're going to get you for some years. So they want to put the fear of God in you. I get it. I get it. That could be the issue. That could be what we're working with right now. So, but that's crazy. But anyway, let's go.
Much merchandise as possible.
They're called Lulu Boosters, selling stolen goods on social media. From these stores to your Facebook feed, the organized retail theft is easy to track.
Is that putting a strain on resources for HPD?
Yes, ma'am. It's a lot of calls for service.
Check it out. In just 6 months at the Heights store, the
Now you heard she said it's easy to track. I'm confused.
Rice Village and the City Center Lululemon locations, flash mob shoplifters struck 51 times. On January 4th, thieves stole 210 pairs of leggings worth $21,000 from the Rice Village location. 1 hour later, a group took $18,000 worth of clothes from the City Center store. And reports show on January 18th, thieves returned to the Heights location 3 times, at 1:02 p.m., again at 3:12, and a third time at 4:10, a more than $10,000 day for thieves who simply walked out.
Do you think there's something Lululemon could be doing to prevent these crimes?
From what we've seen at other department stores is they have some form of security, either inside the store or outside the store.
Lululemon doesn't really have that.
Not that I've seen, no.
Have you asked why?
I have, but I have not gotten an answer yet.
When we reached out to Lululemon, a spokesperson sent us this statement that explained the company does use on-site security in some stores across the country.
Look at that. That's one of those legal statements that basically saying, nah, we don't even give a damn about Houston.
And that they are continually assessing and updating their security measures.
Why is every
What's the how long it take you to assess when you got hit 51 times in 6 months? You losing money. You see that they said that they hit this store 3 times in one day and you ain't got security, or police just don't sit there and hang out in the parking lot. I'm gonna tell you about security though. Security ain't really security. If you go to these stores or these businesses that have security guards, man, if they're not like off-duty police or just police, period, and they ain't walking around with the badge and guns, they're pretty much useless. They can't do anything. Like, I mean, I remember when I worked at Walmart, I'm talking about years ago, and you stand at the door checking receipts as an employee. That's about the same thing a security guard can do, really. Really can't do nothing unless they're like licensed to carry a gun or something like that. Because they're not trained to, I don't want to say, how do you say it? They're not trained to really engage physically with someone who's stealing. They can say, hey, you don't belong here, put it back, stop. But if they actually get into a physical confrontation with somebody, and let's say somebody gets hurt on Lululemon's property, even if they're committing a crime in this country, is thrown off as it is, they can be, Lululemon can be sued, especially if it's like a security guard. So really all security guard is there is just for just for show. That's it. They really can't do anything. But like I said, when I was working at Walmart, if somebody runs out the store with merchandise, you can't chase them. You can't tackle them. You can't apprehend them. All you can do is say, hey, come back here. And they take out running, they get away. I mean, you can call the police. Shoot, even now, like where I work at, I tell y'all before that if somebody comes in our clinic, and it'll be people come across, coming from the hospital, how, what I'm saying, just got mental issues. And they come straight to our clinic. It's like somebody tells them, hey, go across there. You can go across the street and use the phone. I swear it's what they do, because they just come over there. I mean, wondering like, how they know to come here and come straight to the phone? But anyway, they'll come running in our building, use the phone, be talking crazy, maybe threatening patients, stuff like that. And first thing they would come running in and say, they come getting me talking about, hey, got some crazy dude that comes, some crazy homeless drug addict, and came into the building, sitting in the lobby talking crazy, this and the third. What the hell you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out there and say, hey, how can I help you? We'll say, well, you can't, we need you to leave. You can't be here. You're not a patient. And then they get, and then I just go back into the clinic or to the office and I call them a ride. The ride that all you got to do is dial 3 numbers for. I just call them, or 4 numbers. No, 3 numbers. I just call them a ride and say, hey, somebody here needs a ride, away from my building. And then they'll eventually come, and if they're still there, they'll pick them up. But yeah, security, man, that's just, they don't do anything. So even if they did have security, they can still do what they want to, because ain't nobody gonna stop them.
Everybody that
What you need to know, who you need working, who own these Lululemon stores? The little Asians that be owning them little gas stations in the hood, them little corner stores. Because should you come in there trying to steal, them sons gonna jump behind that counter and start beating you. They might even, engage in heat play if they can, get to it fast enough. But especially them older guys, them older Asians and Koreans and Japanese people, man, they don't play that stuff, man. The Philippines, man, they you come and steal a 51 times, man, they'd be dragging you about that stuff. But anyway, I digress.
works here so calm about this. It's like they're they've acclimated to this environment.
And HPD officer Mike Medina says the shoplifters he's arrested with the stolen Lulu clothing are acclimating too.
They have said in the past that they're just going to get out and do the same thing.
Like Deja Williams, Medina arrested her at the Heights store with more than $23,000 of stolen leggings. 5 days later, police arrested her at the City Center location, this time with more than $8,000 of looted Lululemon. Williams was extradited back to Mississippi, where investigators say she was a fugitive, charged with organized retail theft there.
These criminals have learned that there's little to zero consequences, right?
7 days after we started asking Lululemon headquarters what they're doing to deter these crimes at Houston stores, we noticed they did hire a full-time security for the Heights store. One guard stays overnight when the store is closed, and another is here in this location when the store is open. We're going to keep track and let you know if the Lulu boosts and heist decrease after this. I'm Amy Davis, KPRC2.
So you got a lady who robbed the store, get arrested because the police would catch him. Because I could have sworn anything over 500, or maybe, or is it 1,000? I'm not sure. Anything over that, you still is like a felony. But she gets arrested and then gets released. Could that be a political thing? You know how they try to make it to where that these bonds and bails and stuff are too high and poor people can't afford them, so they be in jail for years. So they say you just gotta let them out, and they just go back and just continue. I know what? Forget that. I want to see what does Lululemon sell. Let's see. Let's hit this. Cause let's see. Got this. Okay, athleisure. It's what they said. It's like athleisure clothing. So I don't know what this is all about. Why she got a woman just bent over. I don't know. That's just kind of sketchy to me. Mother's Day is coming up. So it's like athletic wear. $88 for a pullover. So clothes a little more expensive nowadays. Jacket, $118. This is like clothing that slim athletic people wear. So I think it will be pretty easy to find who steals this stuff, because they say 75% of us in this country are overweight or obese. So you just find the 25% of the people who you can narrow down to the 25% of the people who are in shape, and then go from there. And you'll eventually find it. But you got I'm sorry, but you do got some women who will try to wear this who got a belly bigger than mine. So I digress on that one. But then people in them video look like they was athletic people who can run pretty fast. So this is athletic clothing. I call it lazy people clothes, because you don't have to iron. You ain't got to starch it. You ain't got to button it up, look dressed up. You just throw this on and just walk out the house. Look like everybody like they work out, and the majority of us don't. Like I say, you ain't got to iron this stuff. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, but I guess it's the new fad with the youngest, man. But anyway, man, thing I think about this story is that I I wonder if I don't want to say they're complacent because you got okay, stores have insurance. I get it. So the people still they get reimbursed, they got insurance. But my thing is like is for the safety of my employees, because that's what I'll be mostly concerned about is that if our store is getting hit that many times, eventually it could turn up a notch. Eventually, like what does lady say that's in one store, somebody got pushed over and knocked over. I mean, as a human, when it's your stuff or you're responsible for something, you will sometimes take action to stop somebody from stealing. Nobody wants to sit there and look like a fool or a punk and let somebody steal from them every day while you just stand there and do nothing because the company said, "Oh, don't touch them, just let them do it. Let them just get out, let them just walk out." So and that's why these people think they can come in and steal from your store 3 times per day. But then when you get these stores, like a lot of these jewelry stores that, oh hell, I think even like Verizon, I know they started during the pandemic, but even now Verizon, they'll store the store that I go to, they'll still meet you at the door, unlock the door, meet you at the door. You got jewelry stores that'll do it, that'll let you in. Or you got like little small little convenience stores. Only so many kids or people can be in the store at one time. When they start doing that, then you want to start hollering discrimination and racism and all that kind of stuff because they treating you less than, but you have this small group of people that a lot of y'all know who are doing the stealing, but you ain't saying nothing. And then that's the reason why you got places like Oakland, California. If you go and do the research there, you got sports teams moving out or have moved out, and you got retailers that are moving out. Why? Because people are stealing. Theft, crime is on an uptick, and the mayor and the governor are not doing anything to curb it. So they move away. They got the money, got the resources, and people say, "Hey, come here, we'll take care of it," and shop. They'll move their shop or just go online. And and then you leave the people who are actually working, paying taxes, who like the shop, who do things the right way, like myself, try to go to places and they're shut down because of people like this who don't care. Hey, you got a woman who sit here and who comes from extradited to Mississippi, who's in Houston, crossing what is that, 1, 2 states to steal from stores and then go online and sell it. This is crazy, man. I don't know. But anyway, man, that's all I got. Tell me what you think about this story. Again, like I said, if it was me, I've been shut down. Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, because think about this, as much as I love this country and say we'll probably live here the rest of my life. Think about this. If these people wouldn't get away with this in other countries. I'm just saying. Or hell, even in this country, in certain neighborhoods, they wouldn't get away with this stuff. Which is why they go to places that they know they can hit and not um, have any consequences. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you'd like to support the channel financially, you can give super thanks, super chat, super stickers, and you can go to the description box. We got links of where you can help support us financially there. Now, if you like something tangible for your dollars, which a lot of people do, hey, you can go to marlonmorale.com. You can go to our Shopify store, or you can just hit the shop button below this video and check out all our luxury products. We got fragrances that last all day. We got beard products. We got silk products, handbags, and much more. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.